Welcome to the SFL. I'm Cameron Irvine, lead play-by-play man and commissioner of the First Football eSport League, and this extensive guide will help you find everything you need to get the full SFL experience, or the experience you want. The first step to learning more about the league is on SFL Interactive, the multimedia hub of our website. Head to simulationfl.net and click on the Interactive tab in the menu. Once you're there, create your profile and receive your first 10 points. They'll show up in the upper right-hand corner. Points can be used to pay for anything from player progression to photo galleries and so much more coming soon. On SFL Interactive, you can watch exclusive league content like behind-the-scenes footage and videos, amazing plays, and classic games. You can also watch live games every Sunday night and participate in live lotteries, which can net you more free points. Back on Discord, introduce yourself in the Introductions channel to receive permissions. Tell us how you found us, who you are, and what you're interested in. From here, you can message team owners and general managers and inquire about joining the live stats, beat writing, multimedia, or broadcast teams, and hunt for your future home on the field. There are two ways to get on a team, either as an undrafted free agent or through the rookie draft. If you join in the months of April, May, October, or November, you qualify for the rookie draft right away, since rosters are locked during these months while the league wraps up seasonal competition and teams are re-signing or signing veteran players. If you join in any other month, becoming an undrafted free agent is your most likely route. Either option can net you success. If you're going into the rookie draft, a little bit of everything can go a long way in a competitive field. Make an impression by purchasing or gaining your points for player progression in advance. Earn a high chat ranking and show your desire and professionalism in the community chat rooms and in private messages with teams. Join a league staff, team, or contribute to the league's general fund. Drafts are held at the beginning of every June and December. If you're going to get scooped up as an undrafted free agent, your chat ranking determines what type of opportunities you could have. To find out if there are any recent openings on teams, check the player openings section of Discord. If all rosters are full, don't be discouraged. Opportunities come up all the time, and it may just be the perfect fit to start your career. Every offseason, you're able to start completely from scratch if you want, or you can negotiate a new deal with your current team or a different squad. Games are broadcast Sundays through Tuesdays on our SFL networks on Twitch, YouTube, and Fuel. While you're subscribing to those feeds, make sure to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and give us some love on Instagram. If you need or want to talk to league staff, we're always listed in gold at the top right of the member list in Discord when we're online, and we'll always try to assist you or make time for you as best we can. That's the Simulation Football League, and that's just the start. Thanks for being here to make an impact. I can't wait to call your name.
And returning it back the other way is Jack Burton, and Carolina has a touchdown on a pick six.
Spins out of a sack, throws it to the back of the end zone. He's got his man. Touchdown.
So they're like, oh, well, we need real players. Like, oh, okay. So you need a quarterback? Sure.
He's up to the 30. He's gone, baby. My goodness. Somebody cool off that man's feet because they're on fire.
Throw, King wants it all now, and it's caught! Oh! Touchdown, Chicago!
Unbelievable play! That's got to be number one this week, and we just got started!
People like immersing themselves and all the buildup that goes in with that.
This is going to explode big time.
The SFL Network on Twitch welcomes you to the following presentation of the Simulation Football League. Welcome to the Eye in Anchorage, Alaska, for the SFL Season 13 kickoff night between the New Orleans Pharaohs and the Alaska Storm. Alongside Damon Simeon, I am Cameron Irvine. How you doing, Damon?
Cam, I am great. It is awesome to be back in the booth with you, my friend. It seems like it has been such a long time since we've been in the booth together.
Like the championship game, just 2 months ago, right? You missing me
But it
already?
seemed forever. That's how much I miss SFL football.
It's the first meeting ever between New Orleans and Alaska, and while these teams figure out who's going to get the ball first, Damon, what sticks out to you with this team comparison, and what might be some keys for you tonight?
Well, the keys for me tonight is for the Pharaohs to figure out ways to take the ball away from Alaska, keep them on the opposite side of the field and not keep them in scoring position. Especially, you got to keep them out of the red zone. This team is dangerous inside of the red zone, Cam. And I feel that the Pharaohs can come away with the win here tonight if they come away with more takeaways than they have in turnovers in this game. Alaska is a very dangerous team on the defense. They allow so much pressure up front by big sexy Alex Dominguez, and man, when he gets going, the whole defense is pumped up behind him.
All right, the kickoff is coming up next. Get ready to hashtag make an impact as we kick off season 13. Stay with us. We are ready to go, ladies and gentlemen. The ball's on the tee and the hands in the air. This is DeHude, and we're underway here in season 13. 2 yards deep in the end zone. This is Aaron Arrington on the return, and he'll get out to the 22-yard line, and we'll take care of some housekeeping moments on our scoreboard. Here is Damon to let you know about Xander Gold and the New Orleans offense coming out.
Xander Gold comes in at 6'5", 230 pounds, Cam. And I tell you, this guy here is a great quarterback. The Pharaohs turned out big when they drafted this guy just a few seasons ago. Let's see him do work here on 1st and 10.
New Orleans will start out of the I formation, and right off the gates, an offside penalty on Alaska. That swing out to Logan Jacks, enough for a first down. And the champions wearing gold helmets and gold pants tonight in honor of their three-peat, but a little rusty out of the gates.
Out of the gates, rusty it is. They could pick a New Orleans here, forced them to jump outside, and I knew they was going to decline that after picking up 9 yards there on the gain. Great work there by the halfback, Logan Jack, getting out in open field, picking up good yardage, almost pick up the first down.
So New Orleans declines the penalty. They're off to a great start. They actually did not give the first down on that play, so it's 2nd down and inches coming up at the 32 for New Orleans. Getting the ball first, always a daunting task here at the I as Alaska chose to defer. Handoff to Jack for the first time tonight. He's going nowhere. Dropped in the backfield, and I believe in there to make the play. There he is, Alex Dominguez, big sexy, making an impact early. 3rd and 1.
Big sexy Alex Dominguez coming away with his first tackle of the game here, Cam, and you already see the guy is amped and pumped up for this game here to get the season 13 going here in the SFL.
And they pick up the first down. It's going to be a gold throw out to Jack, running out of room, and Jack cannot get the first down. In fact, he loses 2 yards, so a promising start for New Orleans. They decline the penalty that would have made it 1st and 5, takes a 2nd and inches, cannot get the first down, and Alaska forces a 3 and out.
I think they should have went right back up the middle on 3rd and inches. I mean, you got to go for it on that 3rd down right up the middle instead of they dump it off, loses 2 yards as you stated, and Jack just didn't have anywhere to go.
Dominguez had him scared a little bit, I think, after that 2nd down run that lost about a half a yard. Back to return this is Robert Merrill, who was the running back last season for this team, now back at receiver and now returning kicks, wearing number 12 this season. And for the first time today, we meet Ron Cochran. And Ron Cochran, of course, putting together a tremendous career. 130 touchdowns to 96 interceptions.
Yeah, Ron Cochran, man, has just been an outstanding quarterback. Look at those numbers, 75.3 pass completions. Just outstanding, 97.8 QBR. My goodness, what a career.
Cochran to throw on 1st and 10. He'll have to dump it off to Stanley Nordellis, and that loses a yard. Alaska mighty going with that I guess, less talented backfield that they won a title with 2 seasons ago, last summer. What do you think about their move back to it?
I was shocked when I saw it, but hey, as I thought about it, it wasn't broke. So why try to fix it? And then they went back to, what was great for them. I mean, they took the lead by storm by adding a fullback to take over the ball carrying.
I see what you did there. 2nd and 11 at the 33. Cochran over the middle, caught, first down. Optimus Klein out to the 47-yard line, and the Storm will get to move the chains. Optimus Klein, we all know him very well.
Oh, do we know him well here in the SFL? I tell you that much, man. This guy here he can sleep the entire first half and come out the second half and just have a phenomenal game. Look like he's been balling all game long.
Cochran quickly out. It's dropped off the back of Arrington and almost intercepted. Cochran tried to fool the Pharaohs defense to no avail, so it'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Damon, you're watching from our new SFL headquarters. How's it looking on your end?
It is awesome on my end. I mean, great 1080p here. I can't explain how great the visual is here, Cam. I'm just excited, man. And great coverage there by Aaron Arrington, not to take anything away from him on that last play there.
2nd and 10 at the 47. New Orleans making Cochran work for it a little bit here early. Play action pass. This is where they can crush teams, and that pass is caught for an 8-yard pickup. Not many teams, maybe no teams, run the play action better than Alaska, and Klein has his 2nd catch of the night.
You're absolutely right. No team runs the play action better than this team here. Actually, I want to say that they started the trend of doing the play action. Last season, towards the end of the season, you start seeing a lot of teams add the play action into their game plan, trying to get those linebackers to come up so they can have open space across the middle of the field. But Klein does what he does best. Twinkle toes right on the sideline.
3rd and 2 at the 45. Cochran over the middle. Wide open, caught for a first down. That's Mark Myers with the catch. And Alaska is rolling down the field after New Orleans went 3 and out on their opening possession.
Great strike there by Cochran to see the open guy right down the middle of the field, Cam, and shoot, threw it like a dart.
I'm actually digging these gold helmets by Alaska. It's a one-off for the championship, but it looks like that double blue, the red and the gold, looks nice. Play action here on another offsides penalty for New Orleans. Klein makes yet another catch, and we'll see if Alaska declines this one.
This dude is outstanding when it comes to these sidelines, Cam. I mean, he works the sideline better than anyone in the league here, even better than a Hall of Famer I know of.
So that offsides is on Andre Daniels for New Orleans. New Orleans looking sharp tonight as well. One of my favorite unis of theirs, the all-white roads with the purple numbers, purple, gold, and black trim. There's a look at Ron Cochran trying to get his troops down the field. Nearly a 3-minute drive, and they are in Aaron DeHude's field goal range. With 2 in the backfield, the handoff goes up the middle to the fullback, and he lost the ball. It's recovered by New Orleans, and the Pharaohs have the first turnover of the night. Cornelius Arthur recovers the fumble. Tank Bennett forced it.
The outside linebacker, Cornelius, comes up with that fumble recovery, Cam. And I was just about to say, we haven't saw a run here from the fullback, J.W. Doyle. And as soon as he gets his first carry of the game, he drops it and put it on the floor.
So New Orleans gets the stop on defense. We get a chance maybe to see Deezer Powell and Matt Wolf getting involved in the offense here. Deezer Powell's going to be at the top of the screen. He had a breakout season last season for the Pharaohs. 2 in the backfield for Gold. Gold's going to try to attack him down the field. Caught by Powell to the far side. Pickup of 8 to the 34. And it's interesting, DR, going back to that fumble. Jason Williams ain't back there anymore. He's in Oklahoma City, and the new fullback in his place coughs it up in the first quarter.
Yeah, it's just kind of crazy how that happened, man. It's just, I guess maybe he just had jiggers. He was maybe nervous or so getting that first carry. But the Butterfly should have left by now.
That was J.W. Doyle who coughed it up. My apologies on the name gaffe there quickly, although J.W. probably was hoping I'd forget that was him carrying the ball. Jack picks up the first down this time, out to the 38-yard line. 6:35 to go in the first quarter. Still no score on opening night.
It's kind of weird to see that Alaska has not scored yet, because they're pretty quick strike team. Give credit to New Orleans defense for forcing that turnover. As I stated in pregame, that is something that they have to do. Force turnovers to keep Alaska off the field.
At the backfield, 4 receivers for Gold. He'll fire it outside, and miscommunication out there as the new tight end for Xander Gold, Yassine Clifton, was the intended target, and that's going to be expected in week 1.
Well, yeah, I can understand Clifton may have I was going to say anxiety. I don't think he have that. Some type of animosity here because he's playing against the team that drafted him, the Alaska Storm, years ago before he went over to Houston. Now he's playing this team here looking to get a first win versus Alaska because he couldn't get a win in Houston.
Second down, Gold over the middle, incomplete as Powell takes a shot from Andrew Francis, and it'll bring up 3rd down and long. That Alaska Storm defense is nasty as ever.
I think this Alaska defense practices on hitting more than they practice on anything else, man, because these guys is always bringing the wood when they're coming to make a hit.
Let us know how it looks and let us know how it sounds out there in SFL Nation. 3rd down and 10 at the 38, 6:11 to go in the first. Again, 4 wide for Gold, this time 3 to the left of number 10. Back to pass, steps up, floats one into traffic. Pass is tipped up in the air and incomplete. DeMont, it looked like he had receivers maybe open down there at the bottom of the screen, but he tried to force it in his line of sight.
And that's one thing that Gold can't do is he can't try to force. You got 3 guys around there. Then you got another receiver telling him who's bringing an extra defender. You're right. The ex-receiver was wide open down towards the bottom of the field, Cam, and that would have been a better pass to try to target instead of throwing that in triple coverage.
So New Orleans will not be able to take advantage of the turnover, and that is a pretty big problem, especially here on the road when New Orleans is looking for some momentum. Fair catch called for at the 24-yard line. First down of the 24. Alaska on to its second possession here. Just getting rolling. I tell you what, DeMont, it doesn't matter how many seasons we do. Get a little butterflies opening night.
Opening night is always, something that you look forward to during the off season. But when it get here, man, you're so excited, and then you don't want to mess up at the same time.
Cochran to throw. Pressure. Deep ball is caught in double coverage. What a ball to Jeff Como down the field to the 49-yard line for a first down for the Storm.
Como, man, this guy here has just been outstanding for the Alaska Storm ever since he took his first step on the field. Here's a deep post right down the middle, getting past the defense. And also Tank Bennett was unable to come away with that swat, and then he also missed a tackle as well.
Bennett stays away from a potential pass interference, and Hood got beat off the ball there. 1st and 10 halfway through the quarter. No score. Very defensive game last opening night between Alaska and Baltimore as Cochran's pass goes down the field, caught again at the 31-yard line, and Ron Cochran right now is having his way through the air. Robert Merrill with the catch for the first down.
And there's Merrill going back to his wideout position there, coming up big with that first down catch there, Cam, right down the middle. And one thing here I'm seeing from the New Orleans Pharaohs is that they're playing man-to-man defense, something that I wouldn't recommend you to run versus this type of offensive scheme here. But I would play kind of tight, maybe in a cover 2 soft, not too hard. But they're playing man-to-man, and Alaska will kill you in man-to-man.
First down, Cochran all day to throw. Oh, it may have been knocked away there. I think that was Chris Mack. Check that. I don't know. That may have been. McDaniel.
Oh, you're talking about the one who tipped it? Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the receiver. Okay.
I couldn't get a number on that play. Great play though. Full extension. 2nd down and a rare incompletion for Cochran here. This is about where Alaska struggled on the last drive off the Doyle fumble. Cochran on a 2nd down and 10 at the 31. Will drop back 3 steps. Looking for an open receiver. Has to dump it off short. Really nice coverage all over the field that time for New Orleans. And Como can only pick up 2. Sets up a 3rd and 8.
That's LaVon Irvine covering a wide receiver there. Inside linebacker there. Coming away with the tackle. Only giving up 2 yards on that reception there. Great play by the linebacker to keep up with Como. Who's an outstanding receiver with great speed.
Gaming Pro-Am just followed us on Twitch. Appreciate you and your follow. 3rd and 8 at the 29, 4:20 to go in the first quarter. Cochran trying to move the chains. New Orleans brings 4, pass caught inside the 10 and dragging Bennett and company down to the 6-yard line. That pass is caught by Jose Galliano as Cochran mixes up the ball like he often does.
Here's Galliano, however you pronounce the name, Cam. Sorry for getting it mixed up here. And this dude is going in enemy territory right down the middle where the big, ugly, strong safeties are. I mean, and Farrell's got some big safeties back there. 6'2", 208, 6'4", 227. He goes in there, no problemo. I got this, coach.
1st and goal at the 6. New Orleans trying not to give up the first points of the season. Cochran's pass caught, turning the corner, touchdown for Alaska. Optimus Klein is in the end zone.
And there's a man who's going to be in the Hall of Fame someday, Optimus Klein, coming away with the first touchdown of the season here for Alaska. And I must say, Cam, I am not surprised as this team was the first one to get on the board.
Nice little rub route there. Rolleman Hood's probably saying, hey, that was pass interference. But the receiver going out for does a great job of running through his route there and not stopping. Otherwise, they could have gotten him for offensive PI.
You're right about that, Cam. But one thing here is when you're a great player in the league, the referees tend to allow you to get away with certain things. They're not going to call every tic-tac, PI or some type of foul on you every time.
The extra point is up and good, and Alaska takes a 7-0 lead over New Orleans with 3:44 to go in the first quarter. And while we have a break in the action, make sure to like the SFL on Facebook. Facebook.com/SimulationFL. Promote to your friends and share your SFL glory. Damon, you're a Hall of Famer. You've had plenty of gloriful moments. Is that a word, gloriful?
It could be. I mean, we can make it one here in the SFL dictionary.
Nailed it. 3 yards deep in the end zone. Comes out. Arrington makes 2 people miss and made something out of nothing there on that return up to the 23-yard line. So now we get a chance to meet Xander Gold. He was one of the best players last season. He enters his 3rd season, made huge strides, and almost completing as many passes as Cochran at 73%.
Absolutely. I mean, that's just great pass completion percentage there, man. That's just outstanding. Let you know that the guy has great accuracy and his receivers has great hands.
1st and 10 at the 23. Gold and the Pharaohs offense trying to get moving. Deep ball is incomplete. Looking for Clifton, and all over him was Ryan Davidson in perfect coverage. And it hasn't been a terrible quarter for New Orleans, but you get the feeling that unless they can start to flex their muscles here some, Alaska's going to smell blood in the water.
Right, I totally agree with you. I think Xander has to get himself he has to get composure of himself, man. It seems as if he's too anti out there. It doesn't look like he's comfortable to me. I don't know what it is.
2nd and 10 at the 23. They're going to try to get some of the yards they need. Jack staying strong but couldn't find the hole. Only picks up 2 yards. Francis and Davidson in there for the stop. I think Francis got there first. 3rd down and 8. Another big 3rd down here in the early stages of season 13.
Yeah, they've basically been 3 and out on a couple of possessions. They moved the ball downfield on one possession and just couldn't come away with, get on the other side of the 50. This is what they have to do here.
Gold, crushed by Dominguez as he was trying to throw deep down the field. And it's a 3 and out for the Pharaohs. That was a nasty hit from Big Sexy.
Yeah, I think as the game goes on, I think Xander is going to, calm down, and he's going to get things going here for the Pharaohs. He has to calm himself down here. I hope to see the young man doesn't go out, that way and just become the quarterback that he is in this game here. Who cares if Alaska won the championship last year? This is a new season. Take over the throne.
And we have not seen a ton out of Logan Jack here. He has just had a tough time in the early going. Robert Merrill gets it up to the 40, and we also have not seen J.W. Doyle get another carry since the fumble on the opening drive. I'm guessing they'll try to get him back involved here.
It's funny that you said that because I was going to say that on the last drive that we haven't seen him back in the game, and he's not in there now.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line for Cochran. New Orleans defense going to have to change their tune after the touchdown decline on the most recent possession, as that passes out to Nordellis, and Rolliman Hood makes the stop for a pickup of 3 yards. And we'll take this opportunity to show you a teaser of some graphics that are coming soon. We don't have them all yet ready for week 1, but we've got some impact players from Alaska's offense to show off, and we'll do that after this play. Second down and 7 at the 43-yard line, 2:26 to go in the first quarter as New Orleans tries to get the ball back to Gold and the rest of their offense. Cochran will flip it out short, and Arrington makes an awkward-looking tackle. It ends up going for 5 yards to Nordellis, brings up a 3rd down and 3, and here is that little teaser of what we're working on behind the scenes here at the SFL.
That is one awesome-looking graphic there, Cam. I must tell you that, sir.
Appreciate you. It takes a while. 3rd and 3. Outside. Wide open. Drop by Doyle. And it's 4th down. J.W. Doyle having a very difficult time adjusting to being on this championship team, and they will have to punt it away.
And I'll tell you one thing, Cam. This is something that Alaska is not used to, having a back that doesn't catch the ball and doesn't hold on to the ball when he's carrying the thing. You got to get your hands on the ball, tuck it in, and keep hold of it. Doyle is just having a rough start to this game, and Alaska gave away. They let their number 1 fullback walk. They turned the halfback back into a wide receiver, brought in Nordellis to take over the carries in the backfield, and Doyle is just not getting it done.
Aaron Arrington on the return. Nicely done. A 10-yard return up to the 26. That's where the last New Orleans Pharaohs drive stalled out after a 3-and-out and a decent return by Arrington. Well, alongside Damon Simeon, I'm Cameron Irvine. You're watching the opening night of Season 13. 80 viewers and counting as we look to continue our streak of triple digits for season openers. I think it's...
Hey, that's what we do.
That's right. I think it's 2 or 3 seasons in a row, so get all your teammates in here. As Logan Jack again on the carry, just not having a lot of success up the middle. Only picks up 1, brings up a 2nd down and 9, and it's worth noting, we haven't talked about him yet tonight, but Frank Champion is the inside linebacker in Alaska. They've often gone with no star linebackers, but they got him over from Vancouver, and he's wearing number 99. They're closer to the scorebug, now shifting left. Xander Gold under center. Going to throw on 2nd down, hits Jack. That's been their best offensive play of the night. They said he did not step out of bounds. He got the 1st down of the 40. That may warrant a challenge.
Wow, what a great move there by Jack, picking up the 1st down on that screen pass. And I was going to say, look at the replay here. Here it is. Let's take a look. It looked like his toes may have touched the line. Don't be surprised if you see a challenge here from Mr.
Angle.
Paul.
I agree with you. Not that angle. It looked like he did not touch. There is no challenge. Nope, there is a challenge. Beg your pardon. So Max Paul, a little rusty getting that red flag out of his pocket. So we'll take a look at this. See if we can get this first angle here. Oh, man.
Did it come up? It looked like it slid.
Yeah.
But when it slides, you can't tell if it was on the ground or if it came up off the ground.
And they're going to reverse the call. And I gotta disagree here, Damon, because I didn't see enough video evidence there. His foot definitely slides over in that direction, but I didn't see it go out.
I agree with you. There was not enough exclusive evidence to show that he really stepped out on the field.
So now another 3rd down for Gold. Deep shot down the field, and this one is caught at the Alaska 48-yard line by Matt Wolf in tremendous coverage, but Wolf able to come down with it. What a huge play.
Here's Matt Wolf, Cam, on a corner post, and this is what I want to see out of Xander. Keep composure. Don't be afraid of the rush from Alex Dominguez. Trust your line to get the blocks done on him, and just sit in the pocket and just allow your receivers to run the route tree that they normally do.
I'm not used to this, Damon. With the updates to all of our equipment here at headquarters, we're only on about a 2-second delay here, so people are seeing this in almost real time as we are. It is unbelievable.
It is unbelievable.
First and 10. Look at Jack on the outside, trying to get away. Jack 30, Jack 20, 15, 10, 5, and touchdown, New Orleans. What a run from Logan Jack.
What a run by Logan Jack, Cam. And I was just going to say a minute ago that Alaska does not allow offensive running backs to gain over 100 yards on them for the entire season last year. They only gave up 1,300 rushing yards, and here we got Logan Jack coming out here on a big run as he was being stuffed earlier in the first quarter.
And that run was not your average touchdown run. It took him a couple of times. He got kind of hung up behind some blockers, but still able to get away quickly enough to get the score, and that should settle the New Orleans Pharaohs down just a bit.
And that's what you have to do as a halfback, Cam. You have to be patient. Sometimes these running backs, they want to blow past their offensive linemen who are blocking for them, and then that's when they get themselves in trouble and, you know, become tackled by the defensive players and so forth. Great composure there by Jack, allowing the offensive lineman to set up blocks for him to make up and get outside for open field.
The extra point is good. We're tied at 7 with 14 seconds to go in the first. Take this time to give a shout out to my former partner in crime on the air. Stephen Mullinex's birthday is today. How about opening up an SFL season on your birthday?
Well, happy birthday, Stephen Mullinex.
He'll be enjoying, probably already is, lots of margaritas down in Mexico.
Also named as Stephen at Large, the Landry Hat, owner, head coach, Dallas Roughnecks, Lobos, Dallas Law. Any more names for Stephen?
And then OC in Mexico City. I don't think so. You touched them all. Your history is on point tonight, and I love you for it.
I'm pretty good with history, man. I'm a history junkie.
Heck yeah. 1st and 10 at the 30. 9 seconds to go in the first. We're now tied at 7. Hand off to Doyle. Doyle's got a huge hole. Bennett lays the wood, and that's going to bring us to the end of the quarter. That was an 8-yard run, and that is the end of the first. We're back in just a moment to the eye. This is the SFL on Twitch TV. Tonight's Simulation Football League broadcast on Twitch is presented by APM Music, Production Music Library and Custom Music House, by ScoreStream, the official live scoring app of the SFL, by Sector 6, custom esports jerseys and apparel and the exclusive SFL shop provider, and by SpyGoat, dedicated to the craft of audio. Aerial shots brought to you by AirViews, united by drone. Visit airviews.com to see more drone footage. Alaska's always beautiful, and we're back for the second quarter.
My wife wants to take a cruise up to Alaska. You better do it when it's warm.
I've heard that's a good way to see it. As the handoff is going nowhere to Nordellis, it's a loss of 1. And speaking of when to go to Alaska, the weather tonight is an unseasonably 81 degrees. Had record highs in Anchorage yesterday. The winds 7 miles an hour out of the west.
I want to give kudos to Doyle on that last carry. He picked up the 8 yards there. Held on to the ball. Didn't let it go.
3rd down and 3. Handoff Doyle. First down. J.W. Doyle, the last couple of handoffs, has had a ton of room and picks up a first down for the Storm. And come on, I can't tell you how excited that we have a good game so far tonight. This has been exciting.
It has been exciting, man, and I'm excited here to be with you starting off game 1 here of the SFL 13 season. But I also want to say I noticed what Alaska is doing when they're giving the ball off to Doyle. They're spreading the defense out wide.
Cochran's pass is incomplete. Tank Bennett nearly had his hands on that one. Go ahead, Damon.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Notice that they're spreading the defense out wide on certain handoffs up to Doyle, and the middle of the field is wide open, and the Pharaohs just have no answer to it. But Doyle got to keep his hand on the ball, though.
Well, it looked like Tank Bennett almost didn't expect the pass to be coming to him. He was blanketing Jeff Como down the field. And Optimus Klein has not caught a pass since he scored that touchdown a couple drives ago. 2nd and 10 at the 43. Cochran to throw, out short, complete. Tackle made by Heath McDaniel II. That pass is hauled in by Andrew Holmes at tight end, 3rd down.
Yeah, great defensive coverage there by Heath McDaniel, one of the outstanding linebackers here in the ASFL. And look at Aaron Arrington there. Guy had 2 returns in the preseason, 1 on a kick return, and I think he had an interception, pick 6 as well.
4 receivers for Cochran, 3rd and 8. Quick slant, caught, 1st down. Out to the New Orleans 40, was wasting no time as Optimus Klein gets back in rhythm.
And that was Arrington's fault. Arrington got caught up man-to-man with the big Optimus Klein, something you don't do unless you're going to put hands on him. Klein just dipped right inside. Arrington's a pretty little guy, could not stay with Klein on that play.
Kappa Jones in there along with Arrington to make the stop. This defense includes Ray West on the defensive line. McDaniel II and Levant Irvine are the linebackers. Aaron Arrington, Rolliman Hood the corners. Jones and Bennett the safeties. Cochran's pass to the outside is complete. Hood on the tackle after a gain of 7. Como with the catch. Cochran up to 136, and we haven't gotten yet to talk about Levant Irvine yet. A huge free agent acquisition for New Orleans.
Big key there for New Orleans picking up Irvine on the defensive side of the ball. As we know that their defense needed something up front for them to on that linebacker core to help out on the offense. I mean, sorry, the defensive line as well.
2nd and 3.
Tongue twisted.
At the 33-yard line, this is Cochran all day and nearly intercepted. Almost baiting him was the defender as that pass incomplete to Como. I believe that was Arrington defending in zone coverage, but another tremendous incompletion forced.
Yeah, another thing here that I'm seeing with Alaska, they run a lot of out routes. The team is known for running out routes, and the Pharaohs are playing the out routes pretty good. They're playing up close on them. They're in a whole lot of man-to-man. I wouldn't be in man-to-man if I was the defensive coordinator.
Cochran's pass is caught. 1st down. Arrington got there a little late as Klein makes his 5th grab of the first half.
Yeah, great catch there by Klein. Out route, and Arrington was on Klein, but he got picked, which freed Klein open along the sideline and to pick up that 1st down.
Welcome Gavin Delzeal to the chat, newcomer. Make sure to make him feel at home, SFL Nation, as Cochran's pass down the field is caught for a 1st down to the 11. An 18-yard pickup hauled in by Optimus Klein, his 6th grab of the first half.
His 6th grab of the first half. You was talking about him earlier on this drive. He haven't had a reception since he caught that touchdown pass. Now he has 3 on this drive. Before he came out, he said, "Give me the ball. Arrington can't guard me."
7:46 to go in the first half. That's a look at Arrington way off. Optimus Klein at the bottom of the screen. This is Cochran. Now press coverage and wide open over the middle. I think that's Doyle near the goal line. Trying to get the number there. J.W. Doyle nearly. No, check that. Mark Myers again with the catch for the 1st down.
Mark Myers seems like a great addition to this team here. Back up. I think he's the 3rd tight end the 2nd tight end on the depth chart. That's his 2nd reception, I believe, on this drive.
1st down at the goal line. Handoff up the gut. Did not make it. Nordellis is punched in the mouth by Ray West up front. And Levant Irvine as well.
Nordellis, the little guy. I don't think he's going to get that touchdown. They got to give it to Doyle.
Nordellis again in the backfield. No Doyle. 2 receivers and nobody on that slot receiver. 6:45 to go. Handoff. Middle. Nothing. Levant Irvine stops him again. 3rd and goal.
Wow. Irvine coming to play on the goal line stand, Cam. Denying Nordellis 2 times in a row. But Cochran should have been smart enough to see that no one was on Klein.
3rd and goal here. What's New Orleans going to give them? They go bunch, but Doyle is in the game. 6:18 to go. Are they going to punch it into JW, give him another shot? at Redemption. Handoff, Doyle running left, and he makes a stiff arm and scores. Touchdown, Alaska.
Doyle did just what any other fullback would do. Drop his shoulder, drop the helmet, put the Rydell out in front of him, square up, boom, run the defender over, get into the end zone and pick up 6 as he crosses Hollywood Boulevard.
Again, well covered here. Look at that. I mean, they were all over that. But Doyle just the better player on that play. It's his first touchdown as a member of the Alaska Storm, and that was the lowest key Hollywood Boulevard I've ever heard you say, DeMond.
Well, that's because I'm on color.
Oh, I know, but I was like, wow, I never knew what it sounded like when he was just saying it out loud. As opposed to the hype master himself making it happen.
Maybe on the next one, I'll give you a little volume.
Next week, I bet you'll be back to play-by-play duties, right?
It's gonna be great, man. It's gonna be awesome, man. I love doing play-by-play. It's something that I take very serious. Something I enjoy doing, and I must say that I have to thank you for that, man, for breaking me out of that shell, because I used to hate the sound of my voice, but I've come to love it. I sound pretty good on the mic. Aaron
Arrington finally does not bring this out. I couldn't agree more with you, DeMond. Chat shout-outs, Iceman Gervin, 44, base scout. That's J.W. Doyle. Congrats on your first touchdown of the season. Xander Gold, Stephen at Large, Brown Knight, Drek 900. Ashley Jackson is in the house. Jack 3D Gamer is here. Tackle Saint, Optimus Klein, Dags 83, Mighty RX, 14-7. 6:10 to go in the first half. Here in Alaska, handoff to Jack. And Logan Jack's got a first down, fresh off the touchdown run. He made that 10 yards look easy.
Yeah, that was an easy run there by Jack. I mean, came out and surprised the defense. I'm sitting here laughing at Dags 83 said, "How could you hate DeMond's sweet voice?"
He's got a thing for you. 5:45 to go. Second quarter, 14-7.
Nothing wrong with a man crush.
No, there is not. I have plenty. As that is a stiff arm from Jack. And a 3-yard pickup tackle made by Ryan Davidson on the near side. 2nd and 7. New Orleans keeping things interesting. Of course, if Alaska wins, everyone will say, well, the champs are back. And if Alaska doesn't win, they'll say, well, they didn't win the first game last year either. So win-win for the Storm here tonight. 2nd and 7 at the 34. Gold throws to absolutely nobody.
What was that? I mean, no one was in the vicinity of the play.
Logan Jack was blocking. I don't know if he got hung up trying to get out into a route or what. That was a bizarre throw from Gold.
Yeah, because there was no one there and there was no pressure, so he really didn't have to force that throw.
5:07 to go, 3rd and 7. Matt Wolf came up big on the last 3rd down. Gold down the middle. It's caught just in time by Deezer Pal as he shows the ball to Andrew Francis, and he did not take kindly to that. First down, New Orleans.
Here you go, Francis. Won't you grab and sign your name on this, buddy, because I'm going to be doing this all game long if you don't put any pressure on me, son. You know my name? Deezer Pal.
Man, Deezer Pal and Matt Wolf picking up where they left off last season. One of, if not the best receiving duo in the league. They are just so talented. 1st and 10 at the 48. New Orleans hanging with the Storm as that pass to the outside is caught by Powell for a gain of 3. He's got 3 catches on 5 targets, and it's 2nd and 7 coming up.
I've noticed that the Alaska Storm is blitzing the 2 outside linebackers majority on every play, and I believe that if New Orleans can pick that up, maybe they can get something happening on the outside, not from a run, on a pass or so, get something, at least a halfback coming out of the backfield, going up the field, not just on the swing pass, and take advantage of that.
2nd and 7 at the 44 for Gold. Has receivers open all over the field. Pass caught in the slot for a 5-yard gain. That pass hauled in by Eric Arrington. And it's 3rd and 2 coming up. I suspect a Jack handoff the way he's been running. Check that. Noah Martin on the catch. 3rd and 2, under 4 to go in the first half. 14-7 Alaska on top of New Orleans. Tight set here. Going to hand it off right up the middle, and Jack does not get it. Only a gain of 1. They challenge Alaska up front, and they once again come up strong. Tackle made by Pierre Lyon, and I think you go for this.
I think you have to go for it too as well, Cam. But I put this run on Jack because he had a bigger hole towards the outside of the hole he went into. If he would have took that hole to the right, he'd probably be still running to the end zone. Probably running up back to the locker room.
10 seconds on the play clock. They may take a timeout here, try to pin Alaska deep. They cannot afford. Alaska gets the ball to start the second half. They are going to take a timeout. They cannot afford for Alaska to score before the end of the half and then Alaska get the ball to start the second half. Their defense has got to come up huge here. That's why I think they should have gone for it.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. They cannot allow this. 3 minutes left in this ball game, plus the 2-minute warning for Alaska. You just giving the team right back. I mean, giving the ball right back to one of the most dangerous teams in this league.
So let's see what New Orleans defense can handle here. I think Cochran's been most effective up the middle. New Orleans has done a nice job taking away the vast majority of Alaska's out routes in their playbook. This punt is a good one. Down inside, bobbled it into the end zone. What are you doing? Darnell Lee, put him in witness protection. That was awful.
What they call it. I don't know what they call it in San Antonio, where you're from, but here in Houston, where I'm from, Cam, we call that a bonehead play.
Yeah, I don't know what they call it either. It's probably not meant for the air or something I don't understand in Spanish, one of the two. 1st and 10 at the 20, 3:05 to go in the first half. Now Alaska a little bit more in the driver's seat. Hand off to Doyle, and this time Doyle bottled up. Nice job by Rolliman Hood, sticking his nose in there, and Hood has had a very active first half as you look at Doyle and Jack's numbers from the first half.
I think if Doyle breaks that tackle, I think he's still running, or he'll probably at least pick up 20 on that run there. I think he's only had the safety to beat. He's the only person left back there. Now New Orleans is playing off of the line now of this Alaska receivers.
2:33 to go first half. One back in the backfield, that's Nordellis. Cochran, 3-step drop, fires it outside, and a miss tackle. Robert Merrill putting guys on skates here in Alaska despite the 81-degree temperatures.
A great route there by Merrill out of the route tree. Did a straight 5 and out and picked up the first down on that after that spin move. But one thing I've noticed from this Pharaohs defense, Cam, is that they're not attacking the ball. Once the ball get into the receiver's hand, they're not attacking him once he makes the reception.
4 receivers. Cochran in trouble, has to throw it sidearmed. It's caught with one hand for an 8-yard gain, and that brings us to the 2-minute warning. Alaska leads 14-7 and trying to get upfield near midfield. You're watching the SFL on Twitch, presented by APM Music.
What a catch there by the receiver from Alaska. One-handed. What an absolutely great throw by Cochran as well.
Yeah, I thought for sure New Orleans was about to pick up their first sack of the night. 2nd and 2 at the 40 for Cochran. Handoff, Nordellis has a first down. Nordellis spins inside near midfield. Plenty of time and all 3 timeouts for Alaska.
Here's Nordellis. This is why they bring him back here, just because he can make moves like this here, pick up the first down as well for the Alaska Storm.
Cochran, 186 yards in the first half, 112.8 is the quarterback rating. No picks. First down just shy of midfield. Cochran again to throw. This time outside to Klein. Klein picks up 7. And the Storm starting to get just about everything they want here after New Orleans has been doing a pretty decent job holding them in check in the first half.
And that's what I was speaking of as far as when I was saying that New Orleans wasn't attacking the ball once the receiver got in their hand. On that play there, they attacked the ball carrier. As soon as he caught the ball, they was right there on him.
66 seconds to go in the first half. 4 on the line, 6 on the line if you count the 2 half standing. Handoff Nordellis got nothing. Now no huddle here for Alaska. 3rd down and 3 at the 44. This is interesting. You got to get back on side. What are you doing? And they can't take advantage. Cornelius Arthur taking forever to get set. Cochran will fire an outside pass caught by Klein for the 1st down. He did not get out of bounds. Alaska has to call a timeout.
Yeah, that's something that Cochran should have took advantage of that New Orleans defender not getting back on the other side, because he doesn't have to wait for him. He can snap the ball and get things going on his offensive side, and that is a penalty on the offense. I'm sorry, on the defense.
What's up, Swole? We miss you, buddy. 1st down and 10 at the 37, just outside of field goal range with 43 seconds to go in the 1st half. The punt decision costing New Orleans here. Their defense is not having a good half as it's starting to fall apart. Pass caught by Como down to the 21 and quickly up to the line. Hood racing to get back out there on Merrill. 25 seconds to go. Cochran taking his time. Just 2 timeouts. Cochran surveying the field. Fires down to the 4-yard line. And Alaska burns a timeout. And now you wonder if Alaska's going to risk it or take the 3. We'll see.
I think they're going to take the 3. I'll be surprised if they come out into an offensive formation here. But this is normally what teams do. They get down inside of the red zone, under 10 seconds left on the clock, and they'll go ahead and take the 3. Oh, it's 17 seconds. They're coming out in offensive formation. I didn't know there was 17 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, they're going to get 1, maybe 2 more plays off here with 1 timeout left down to the 3. Alaska trying to take a 2-possession lead into the locker room. Cochran going to throw. Cochran in trouble, going to go down for a sack. And that'll end the drive. They'll definitely take the 3 now. A big sack for Jerry Smith to help New Orleans hang around.
Great sack there by the defense of New Orleans, coming up big with that pressure. Finally getting pressure on Cochran. As we know, this Alaska defense loves to take a lot of 2-step and 3-step drops, not allowing the defensive line to get much pressure on Cochran, because when he takes those short step drops, those are quick passes where he's getting those out of his hand really, really fast.
Alaska can't afford to take a risk here. They're going to get the ball to start the 2nd half. And so they tack on the 3 points. They go up by 2 scores. And now New Orleans would really like an Aaron Arrington return here with 11 seconds to go to help out their troubles. They just have not been on the field a lot. Alaska's offense dominating time of possession. We'll get a look at the exact dominance here when the 2K Sports halftime report rolls around.
Sounds good to me.
Arrington back to receive. He could not return the last one, and he won't be able to return this one either. 6 yards deep in the end zone. The wind, again, 8 miles an hour out of the west, as we mentioned earlier. And it's blowing a little bit more in that direction of the stadium. While we have a moment, follow the SFL on Twitter if you aren't already doing so. At SimulationFL, use the hashtag #MakeAnImpact and spread the word about Season 13. 10 seconds left. 1st and 10 at the 20. Gold going to try to stay aggressive. Pass caught for a 10-yard pickup. I don't think that'll get him in the Hail Mary range. But they will take a timeout and take another stab at it on a 10-yard gain. Well, DeMont, if I was New Orleans, I'd look for that corner route again that Wolf caught. Maybe somebody slips up in coverage. They've tried it with Clifton. It was pretty good coverage both times, but something down the field where a blown coverage could change things.
I totally agree with you. You got to look for something towards the sideline on the corner route. Alaska is covering everything deep down the middle. It's not there. You got to attack the outside. They're going to hand it off.
They're going to hand it off to Jack. There he goes. Oh, Logan Jack. They saved the touchdown. Ryan Tobin literally saved the touchdown as Jack, who has 83 yards in the 1st half, is stopped. And, wow, that was lucky. That is the end of the 1st half. Your score, Alaska 17 and New Orleans 7. The 2K Sports Halftime Report is next. All right, Demond, we get our first glance at the stats through the first 22 minutes of play. 13:52 in time of possession. New Orleans has not been in the red zone, and the dominance by Ron Cochran in the passing game is the difference in the first half.
It is. It has most definitely been the difference here. As we saw Xander go throwing the ball when no receivers in the vicinity of the pass. Also, we saw him and receivers not on the same page. He just been missing, quite a few targets here in the first half, but he got to get things under wraps to get this team back into the game here in the second half as we get ready, for the second half. I mean, I know that Arrington is in the locker room, the coordinator of the team, telling them, hey, receivers are open. They're there. You just got to give it to them.
Sorry about your ears there, folks, just for a second. Still working out some kinks with the audio in the new setup. Levant Irvine and Tank Bennett, 6 tackles in the first half. Beezer Powell, Matt Wolf came up big. New Orleans just has to figure out how to get off the field on defense.
You're right, they do. They're allowing Alaska to beat them right over the middle. I mean, it's out route sideline and post down the middle is where Alaska is attacking this defense. And the Pharaohs have no answer for it whatsoever.
That loud blast in your eardrums was to wake up SFL Nation and get us over triple digits here on opening night. 87 viewers right now. We're ready for the second half.
I am ready. I see the adjustments that the New Orleans Pharaohs make here going into the second half. And see if the defense can pretty much cover those deep post routes that the Alaska Storm is feeding them.
We're ready. Third quarter. Let's go.
Boot it.
Merrill back to return from the 8. And Robert Merrill will push his way up to the 31-yard line.
Out to the 31-yard line. Great return there by Merrill.
Some bit updates for you. Avery King with 1,200 bits in the chat. Ron Cochran with 200. I'm not going to get to all of them. I know they've been coming in throughout the night. We appreciate all your support. I think I saw War City for Life with 300. There was 600, I believe, from Zach Sandlin, and plenty more. Thanks to everybody for supporting the SFL. And Stanley Nordellis is picked up and thrown down by Heath McDaniel II. That's one name that I expected to hear a little bit more of, but it's probably not going to be his night with the way Alaska plays offense.
Exactly. I mean, they're not too fancy with it. Outside runs as he plays at the outside linebacker position. They're straight up the middle. And the only thing you're going to get towards the outside for them is an out route. If he's not there, he's not in on the play.
Second down and 9. Cochran going long, wide open. It's a foot race. Klein. He will not be caught, and it's a touchdown, Alaska, and they double up at the end of the first half and here to start the second.
The one play that we were instructing New Orleans, you and I, to take advantage of, Alaska comes out and take advantage of it. The deep corner post. Here's a look at Klein. Arrington is in a cover 2. And Klein just runs right by it. And then the free safety, Kappa Jones, was just nowhere to be found, Cameron Irvine. And he was just straight out of the play.
Even more so than a fade, sometimes those corner routes hurt cover 2 more than anything because you think you got him, right? I mean, the safety's thinking, oh, he's covered. Then he jets out to the corner, and it's like, oh, well, maybe not.
Don't be surprised you start seeing a lot of corner routes and playbooks come next week.
500 bits from Kraken83. That extra point is good. 1,200 bits from CB Hamrack 25. And it's a 17-point margin for Alaska after the extra point from DeHude. And if there's one team that's never out of a game, I'm sure you remember the playoff game, Damon, between New Orleans and Baltimore. I was on the call, and I thought my head was going to explode. Arrington 2 yards deep. He'll get a chance to return this one. Arrington out past the 20 up to the 21-yard line.
If you can keep a great return guy like Aaron Arrington under the 25-yard line, you're doing something special on the special teams. Or having a great kicker doesn't hurt either.
Make sure to like us on SFL Instagram at SimulationFL and give our partner Nation's Best Football a like while you're there. Instagram, the growing trend these days. 1st and 10 at the 21. I'm a kind of an old fogey. Gold will dump it off, and again, he misses Logan Jack. What is going on with Xander Gold tonight? That's the third erratic pass that we've seen from him.
I'm just as lost as you are, Cam, and it's sad to see. It really is to see such a great player struggling the way he is in this game. I mean, his team can really be in it if he can just convert on some of these passes. Now you're looking at 2nd and 10.
2nd down of the 21. They really need this drive. Gold to throw outside to Jack. Oh, what a move by Logan Jack, but then he got greedy and spun right into Charles Walker III. As you look at Klein's, a $144 and 2 touchdowns tonight.
That is absolutely bananas, Klein with a $144. But going back to Jack, if he doesn't make that second spin move, Cam, he's probably picks up another 5-10 yards on the carry there. Like you said, he just got greedy, wanted to put on a fancy show, and he paid for it.
3rd and 5. They're going to toss it out to Jack. Look at the block on the outside, and Powell couldn't hold it. If Jack would have just gone outside, he would have had the first down because Jack did an impeccable job. That was one of the best well-designed toss plays. New Orleans executed it perfectly all the way up to 1 yard before the move of the sticks.
Yeah, that was something else, man. he had a lot of blocks for days.
Punt is away. New Orleans has surrendered 17 straight points. This game was tied at 7 after a Logan Jack touchdown, and things are unraveling here as Merrill returns it up to the 37-yard line. Optimus Klein and Ron Cochran have been doing a number on this New Orleans defense, and we saw Mike Dazzo in that playoff game just kind of find the formula against this Pharaohs pass D after New Orleans was stumping many a team in the first half of last season defensively with their aggressive style. 9 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. This is play action from Cochran. He'll fire it outside, and Klein's out of bounds.
Same play from the last play action pass. Didn't have enough open field over there on that sideline for Klein to stay in bounds.
Here's a look at the big man. He has been with this Alaska Storm squad their entire franchise. One of 4 players that's been with this team 6 seasons. New Orleans just jumps offside, so they turn a 2nd and 10, maybe a 3rd and 9 into a 2nd and 5, and New Orleans is showing, well, it's, you know what, honestly, it's not really about New Orleans tonight. It's all about Alaska just flexing their muscles.
And that's I was just going to say, speaking on the defensive line, Ray West has been quiet.
Yeah,
we haven't heard anything from Ray West all game long on that defensive tackle spot for the New Orleans Pharaohs. There's a look at him there at the backside of him, but West really has to get some pressure on Cochran. He just haven't been able to get anything going. Maybe he's being double teamed. I'll take a look at him on this play.
2nd and 5. Nordellis runs into a wall, but still able to push forward, pushing Arthur out of the way for a 3-yard gain. And 3rd and 2. You know, we don't have this data like this, Damon, but I wonder what percentage of 3rd down and 2s Alaska has converted all time.
Well, you're right. All time? They have to be at an all-time high.
It's got to be higher than anybody else. I mean, this is almost lethal here. New Orleans Got to do something. They've got 9 in the box, and Cochran going to throw on that. Everybody covered until breaking free and getting open is Andrew Holmes at tight end, and Alaska's got a first down.
Look at his passer rating, man, 129.9. You might well say he has 130 passer rating on the day. And the play took forever to develop. No one was open, and then he just stood there. He just kept great composure and waited to allow for the receiver to get open.
Cochran to throw, deep ball, floater, it's caught and then fumbled, recovered, and staying in bounds down the sideline is Hood before he's run out of bounds. This might get another look-see from the replay, from the challenge of Max Paul. Caught? I don't think he ever got to make a move, Damon, but did he get the feet down, and is that considered?
As soon as that left foot touches, the ball comes out. As soon as his left foot hits the ground, the ball comes out, and I think that's an incomplete pass.
That was Robert Merrill, the intended receiver. Max Paul's already won one challenge tonight.
I think this is the luckiest team when it comes to challenges. I remember one game they played Houston. They used both challenges, and then they was awarded a third challenge that game and won that one.
Man, I don't know. I mean, he puts the foot down. I mean, what constitutes I guess he's still trying to complete the process, and Max Paul wins another one.
Wow.
2 for 2. He gets a bonus.
And I just spoke of it.
It's just unreal. I mean, great challenge. Great challenge. I think it's the right call. Unlike the first one, which I don't think was the right call. I think they probably got that right.
Yeah.
So they ruled incomplete. 2nd down and 10. Handoff to Doyle. Doyle is smashed by Levant Irvine. Irvine has had his number, and Nordellis's for that matter. 3rd and 9. Here's another critical 3rd down. If New Orleans can get a stop here, they're right in this.
You're absolutely right. I mean, there's still a lot of time on the clock. You're looking at another 18 minutes and 5 seconds still in this ball game. And once again, they're up in man coverage.
Empty backfield. They're pressing. 3rd and 9. Cochran. Deep ball. Caught. Wide open Como. First down to the 16-yard line. Piece of cake.
There's another deep corner post, Cameron Irvine. And here is Como coming away big with the reception. Take a look at it here on the replay. There's a 5-step drop by Cochran. And as soon as he takes that back step, that thing comes out of there fast, man. This QB is something else.
Another 3rd down conversion for Alaska as they continue to dominate time of possession here in the second half as well. 2 in the backfield here with Cochran. Handoff Doyle. Doyle pushing forward, picks up 6 yards down to the 10. And the wrap-up made by Tyrone Turth.
Carries a lineman on his back for about another 5 yards.
Coming up tomorrow, 5 games on the SFL family of networks, starting at 3 o'clock with Atlanta, Sioux Falls, and Chicago and Las Vegas. That's on YouTube. Check it out. Handoff Nordellis, first down to the 4. And right now, Alaska toying with New Orleans a bit.
Speaking of tomorrow, I have the day off from broadcasting, although I'm a little sad about that, but I get to watch and cover all the games that will be happening tomorrow, as you stated, starting at 3 o'clock. Man, I'm excited for this season.
5.5 to go in the 3rd. So far, so good for Alaska. 2 receivers, both to the top of the screen. And on 1st and goal from the 4, the Storm are hell-bent to run the ball in from inside 5 yards. New Orleans selling out. Loss of about a half a yard.
Great defensive pressure there by the front 7 of the New Orleans Pharaohs. Now Alaska's down at the 4-yard line. Here's go. Goal line defense for the Pharaohs.
Handoff Doyle. Nothing. And speared there by Arthur. Lord Veru asks in the chat, the new scoreboard setup is looking nice. Is it going to be the same for all the games through the season? Not only will all the graphics be the same, but the 1080 HD quality will be the same across our SFL family of networks. 3rd and goal at the 2. 4:36 left in the third quarter. New Orleans, this might be their final stand here. Trying to keep it a 3-score game. Handoff Nordellis, and he walks right in. Touchdown, Alaska.
Great blocking up front for the Alaska Storm, and Nordellis crosses Hollywood Boulevard. Picking up 6, put it on the scoreboard for this young fella. And not only does Nordellis get the touchdown, but there was a slot receiver wide open as well. Cochran could have changed the play if he didn't like what he saw. And it took a quick strike to the slot receiver also. But decided to give it to Nordellis to pick up his first touchdown of the season.
5,000 bits for Mighty RX. And, I was going to say, Mighty, of course, we're not out of the woods yet. I think, the largest comeback is 21, I think. It's a 24-point game right now. But, of course, at one point, the largest comeback in league history was 18. Then it became 21. So you just never know in the SFL. But
were both of those on Houston?
No, I don't think so. The 21 was in this building when Vegas gave it up. Sorry, John.
That's right. I remember that.
Didn't mean to bring it up intentionally, but Damon forced my hand. 4:29 to go in the third quarter. Arrington breaks a tackle, gets out of the 22. He has not had a lot of space at all. So if I'm New Orleans, whether I win or lose in this game, I'm thinking, well, they're the defending champs. We want to see what we have. Maybe this isn't a good impression of what we have, and it'll be interesting to see how this New Orleans team fares against other competition in the league, not the 3-time defending champs, as Gold goes back to work. 1st and 10 at the 22. 4:25 to go in the third. Hand off to Jack. Jack is running into 4 different members of the Alaska defense and loses 1.
Wow, great defense there. Give credit to the safety. The cornerback, Evan Carroll, coming away with the tackle there. Always good when a cornerback can come up and get a tackle for loss.
And Mighty says the largest comeback's now 24, and they own it. I think he's right. So we have seen a 24-point comeback in the league once before. This is Gold, straight back, dangerous throw out to Jack. Fumble the ball, and it's recovered by who? Alaska got it, and the Storm have a first down, and this is getting out of hand as Masonette recovers.
Wow, I thought Jack was about to get ready to convert that spin move and head upfield and probably pick up that first down, but no, what a hit by Ryan Davison, my goodness.
And Davidson forcing the fumble, and now New Orleans is in a real heap of trouble. .348 to go in the third. Handoff Doyle up the middle. Picks up 6 to the 16. This New Orleans defense looks a bit gassed.
Yeah, they've been on the field for a very long time this game, Cam, and they just can't get a break. The offense is just not producing what they normally produce on the offensive side of the ball to allow this defense to get a rest. And this is how they went 8-4 last season to get into the playoffs, where they played great offense and that defense was able to get a lot of rest during the season.
Nordellis is crushed. Just maybe a half a yard on that one. McDaniel Jr. with the tackle. McDaniel the second, rather.
He's still a junior.
Yeah. Just got to read what's on the sheet, my friend.
I totally understand. Ever since RG3, everybody want to be 2 or 3 now. Gotcha.
3rd and 3 at the 15. Another third down here. Cochran looking near side, dropped and nearly into the hands of Hood. So at
Hood
least
should have caught that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say Hood should have caught that. That ball dropped right in front of him. There's no way you don't make a second attempt to try to catch that ball.
And New Orleans has missed a few opportunities to get interceptions down in scoring position for Alaska, so DeHude will get a chance to kick his second field goal of the night. This will be from 31, a chip shot. It would officially make it a 4-possession ball game.
You get a chance to answer the question of Jaecorr. Hope I'm saying the name right. Jaecorr in the chats.
Field goal's good, and Jay Core asks or says, just found this. What the heck am I watching? This is awesome. Well, this is the Simulation Football League. It is opening night of our 13th season. The 3-time champion Alaska Storm, which we've never had any sort of dominance like this in league history, but they are taking care of the up-and-coming New Orleans Pharaohs right now, 34-7. Our website is simulationfl.net. Join our Discord server. You can get on the field today. There's lots of people on the field right now. Why don't you tell them in the chat who you are and where you are on the field? And there may be more Alaska players than New Orleans players in the chat at this point, but New Orleans players always showing class. And SFLinteractive.net has exclusive content. You can sign up for free and get access to behind-the-scenes looks at the SFL, how it works. I'll be starting a commissioner's vlog here once I get my bearings about me this season, and I'll have lots of fun. And that's in a nutshell what the SFL is, although I'm basically reading the introductory page to a chapter as that passes out of bounds.
Mm-hmm. Welcome aboard, Jaecorr.
2:28 left. New Orleans discombobulated on offense. They were the league's one of the top scoring offenses in their second season in the SFL. Goal to the outside, caught, turning the corner. That's Clifton's first catch, and the first time he's been targeted since that incomplete pass on the corner route down the field, and it sets up a 3rd and 2.
Wow, it's crazy to see Clifton, which is such a great tight end, only receive his first catch here in the late, shall I say, in the 3rd quarter. You got to get him involved in the game early.
Jack, first down, up to the 37. Nice move inside. Jaecorr is loving that you can be a player in this league, no doubt. Let's see. Ashley Odom plays for Chicago now. Ron Cochran plays for Alaska. Brown Knight plays in Charleston. Bay Scouts here with Alaska tonight. Gervin is on the field. Stephen at large coaching for Mexico City. Alex Dominguez, Optimus Klein, all Alaska Storm members taking over the chat tonight. Blue Maple 15s on Chicago, I believe. 1st and 10 at the 37. What a move by Jack. There goes Logan Jack and picks up 13 yards. Oh, man. Damon, I don't want to say it, but he made a man F-L-Y.
He made a man fly. You're absolutely right there. And here's another look at it on the replay. Woo! Spin move. My goodness. Shook him right out of his socks. And I think Logan Jack Cam is probably the only offensive player for New Orleans right now who's still playing with heart. I hate to say that.
Yeah, Jack has been able to make the most of his opportunities. It started from the very first play when he picked up 9 yards on a swing pass as Jack gets crushed by a very good tackle by Ryan Tobin in the hole. 2nd and 8. So games at 3 o'clock tomorrow. Chicago and Vegas, along with Atlanta and Sioux Falls. 5 o'clock, Houston takes on Oklahoma City. Vancouver plays Denver. That's all on our YouTube network. And then on SFL Interactive tomorrow night, Charleston and San Francisco. Oh, Xander Gold took a late hit. That was a cheap shot. Jack picks up 12, but Gold got nailed after getting that ball out to Jack.
You're absolutely right, man. He took a shot. And let's see if we're going to see it here on the replay.
Yeah, we will. Watch top of the screen.
Wow. My goodness. That should... Well, I don't know if that was targeting. Or if it's a personal foul, roughing the passer or so. But, man, he took a shot. A shot to where it made him do a spin kick.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. We're back after giving a shout-out to some sponsors. To the eye, and to the 4th we go. 34-7, Storm.
That's Stephen A. Lawrence say assaulting the passer.
Tonight's Simulation Football League broadcast on Twitch is presented by Nation's Best, helping NFL, college, high school, and youth players help #secure the bag. By ScoreStream, official live scoring app of the SFL. By Sector 6, custom esports jerseys and apparel and the exclusive SFL shop provider. And by Spygo, dedicated to the craft of audio. And also, too, we had a little snafu on our broadcast, so we want to give some shout-outs to some sponsors that we didn't get to in the first quarter. Tonight's game is brought to you by APM Music, Production Music Library, and Custom Music House. And also brought to you in part by Fuel Beyond Imagination. Visit the new SFLinteractive.net today. By Matt Doyle Designs, the official branding partner of the SFL. And by Media Tech Institute. Turn your passion into your profession. Aerial shots of today's game brought to you by AirViews United by Drone. Visit airviews.com to see more drone footage.
Hey, do you think I can go out there and cut down one of those Christmas pine trees and bring it back to Texas? Think it'll survive?
You're going to need a bigger truck. First and 10 at the 38. Gold pass caught for a first down to the 25-yard line. Pick up a 13.
I love the comeback.
I'm just thinking, how are you going to get it back there? Maybe you can get it on that cruise you were going to go on. You cut down a tree, you bring it on the boat. Take it
the
back
captain
for
gonna
you.
kick me off. What you coming on? What is this?
Can somebody help me with this tree? Logan Jack, 13 carries. He's certainly fresh, 105 yards here tonight. But Alaska's in control. New Orleans trying to make things interesting here in the fourth quarter. Gold back to pass. 8th catch of the night for Jack. Gets a block. What a nice block, but an even better hit by Ryan Tobin. And again, Alaska for the second time tonight holds Jack 1 yard shy of the sticks.
He has been 1 yard shy of the sticks, as you stated, man, all night long. Oh, Cam, I got some guys in the chat said they're going to help me out with the Christmas tree.
Who's going to help you out?
Cheeseburger. Rivers.
Jack's got a first down. You know, that's about some of the best help you could get for a big tree like that. More Rivers is not playing around. I can't wait to see him. St. Louis has a bye here in week 1. I can't wait to see him on the field in week 2.
Not taking anything from the previous play, but great run by Logan Jack. Pick up the first down for New Orleans as they're in enemy territory, ready to score.
First and goal at the 9. Trips off the left side. Haven't seen that much out of New Orleans tonight. Gold going to throw. Gold down to the near side and dragging the feet is Deezer Powell down to the 5. That stops the clock momentarily with 9:28 to play. J-Core asks if Houston plays Oklahoma City tomorrow. 5 Central, 6 Eastern, 4 Mountain, 3 Pacific on YouTube. Give our YouTube channel a subscribe, youtube.com/simulationfl. Second and goal at the 5. 9:16 to go. Handoff Jack. Jack is in trouble and speared at the 8. Making the hit in the backfield almost immediately, Dante White.
My goodness, as you stated right, speared. Man, what a hit.
Third down from the 8. Xander Gold out of the gun. New Orleans needs a touchdown to make things spicy in the fourth, perhaps. 3 to the left of Gold. 5 in the box. Xander Gold to throw. Xander Gold steps up. Hit as he threw. Passes. Oh! Intercepted! What a play! One of the best interceptions I have ever seen. I.B. Larkin makes the play.
What a play by the outstanding free safety, Cam. My goodness.
Oh.
Wow. And I knew that Gold was going to convert that reception there. But, man, Larkin said, nope, I'm going to be lurking here for it and take that thing away.
I thought that was a touchdown. I thought there was no way he was going to get in that passing lane. Cochran sets up with a fresh set of downs as Nordellis breaks through a tackle and still moving. Nearly got a first down as it takes Kappa Jones and Aaron Arrington to bring him down. And it's just been that type of night for New Orleans. 2 turnovers here in the second half. And then in the first half, they forced a fumble but couldn't get any points off of it. They have lost the turnover battle tonight.
Yeah, but as New Orleans did convert the first turnover, or should I say force the first turnover, there's Heath McDaniel there coming away with the tackle. As they forced the first turnover, then after that, it just went downhill for them. Alaska started to take advantage of the turnover battle.
First down at the 32 alongside Damon Simeon, Hall of Famer. I'm Cameron Irvine, Hall of Famer. 7:46 to go in the fourth. Can't wait to induct the new class at the convention in Atlanta in a few weeks. As that pass is caught for a 7-yard pickup. I don't know if J-Corps around the Atlanta area or not, but that's where the SFL Nation will be descending upon. Can't wait to see and meet people for the first time, like Hall of Famer Ray Bentley. Eddie Gage will be inducted. Ashley Jackson will be in the house for the first time. It's going to be a lot of fun.
It is. It's going to be awesome. Being there last year was an awesome experience. And I must say that whoever is going this year, you're going to experience something that's going to be truly, truly awesome. And you're going to remember it for the rest of your life. It is just an outstanding community to be a part of. And especially for the inductees, you know, you're going in, and then if you're going in with someone you know, someone you're good friends with, like myself, I went in with you and I were great friends. Also with the president, Jermaine Smith. I'll count you two as, you know, two of my best friends here in the SFL. And man, it was just an awesome night. And the activities as well. The activities was great as well. It was just a great environment to be around, man. Awesome experience.
Well, 7 minutes left. It has not been an awesome experience for the Pharaohs here on opening night, but there is a long season ahead as Cochran drops back deep. It should have been picked, and again, man, New Orleans, you just think about some opportunities that they've had tonight. I know it sounds silly to say that New Orleans did not play a terrible game despite being down 34-7, but it really has not felt tonight like New Orleans has not been able to compete with Alaska. They just couldn't get Ron Cochran off the field, and that's what it comes down to. Destro was surprised that you and him are best friends, apparently, in the chat.
Well, I mean, he can easily be replaced.
Second down, and Nordellis is wrapped up almost immediately. Third down and 11. I can't get over how fast people hear what we say now. This is crazy. This has got to be less delay than network television. It's like half a second. Man, this is fun. Third down and 11, 6:25 to go in the fourth. Cochran, this may be one of his last throws of the night if he gets taken off the field. He will not. A beautiful catch over Kappa Jones. And is that Klein adding to his total? Yes, indeedy.
Wow. What a show by Optimus Klein here. Look at that.
Can't do it better than that.
He's pumped up in the chats as well.
1,200 bits from Clint Hendershot, getting ready for the season. 1,200 from Corey Carter, getting ready for the season. Dylan Rowland getting ready for the season. Boy, Chicago Wildcats repping big time here on opening night. 5:52 to go in the fourth. Handoff. Nordellis makes the move. Picks up 4. Boy, if you ever want a team to chew the remaining time off the clock, Alaska's your team. They chew clock probably better than any team in the league.
I want to share a convention story from last year. Myself, Destro, Jermaine Smith, Shane Varner, and Mark Chisholm. We went out to eat to IHOP. So Chisholm, he MapQuested IHOP on his cell phone, and the turn-by-turn caller is his voice. So I'm like, and I'm looking back at him, and he's not moving. His lips are not moving at all. So it's all coming out from his phone. He's like, "Yo, homie, bust this left up here."
Man, that would have freaked me out.
Dude, that was some funny crap.
Hand off to Nordellis, only gets a yard. Yeah, there were some moments. I'm glad I finally found, if you're not on SFL Interactive yet, there's some B-roll footage from the convention that's so funny. It took me months to finally find the footage when I had to tell Jack Brown to put the eggplant down because I was trying to be serious in the Hall of Fame. Golly, that was funny. So and then my dad called and I said that's his phone. That phone has rang as many times he's missed the playoffs, and that got some good O's from the crowd that night. That was all right. Doyle,
Great times.
Speaking of Oklahoma City and Michael Irvine, Doyle gets the handoff. He's shaken off a tough start to the night, dropped a wide open pass on third down, fumbled, but scored a touchdown tonight and has been running the ball well out of the fullback position as Alaska again tries to convert a third down to stay on the field, and they will not. Nice break on the ball. Timed the snap perfectly. That tackle made by Tarth.
That was, but I thought that the runner got past the line of got past the first down marker. Maybe his knee touched the ground first.
Blue Maple 15 asking if the convention will come to Buffalo. Well, I think the next one, if it's not in Atlanta again, the next one would be either in the Midwest or the Northeast. So keep your fingers crossed as DeHue will kick it away. Unless somebody gets us a great deal in Vegas, then it's kind of hard to turn down. All our West Coasters out there. John Bond, Ryan Karpinski is out there. Stephen Mullinex is now out there. A Seattlean, I think, is how they call themselves. Never been out to the Northwest. Demond, have you?
Northwest? No. The furthest Northwest I've been is, it's still south. It's San Francisco, but my wife and I went out there in July once, and we got off the plane out of the airport. Man, it's 50 degrees outside. What the heck is this in the middle of July? Great weather, man, I tell you.
I tell you where it wasn't 50. Bakersfield on 4th of July. Now that was a terrible experience.
Shit, Bakersfield, it sounds like it's hot.
Seriously, you want to talk about the worst? I'm sorry. I just gotta call it like I see it. Mm-hmm. A bunch of old white people should not be covering Bruno Mars every 5th song on a 4th of July. It was bad, man. I was booing. I'm not afraid to admit it. I was booing. I was not a fan. 1st and 10 at the 24. New Orleans is down 30. They are trying to do something here. May get something done against some backups as that pass caught by Powell, and he's able to turn inside to get a first down. No huddle. Out of the gun, Gold quickly back to it and trying to get Powell again, and nearly a pick from, it looked like
Davidson.
Yeah, Davidson. I second-guessed myself.
Oh, no, was it Tobin? Maybe it was Tobin, the free safety.
It's a mystery. Why are they even out there at all is what I'm wondering.
Yeah.
It looks like they just took him out now, but my goodness gracious. Give the guys a break. 4 receivers for New Orleans as the night winds down. Gold back to pass, going to go near side, and that route ran better by the Alaska defender than Matt Wolf. I'd like to see Matt Wolf more involved next week. He made some critical catches tonight, and him and Powell are monsters on the outside. Just physical specimens out there, just wicked tall, and just the proof is in the pudding, strong with their hands and catches as well.
Yeah, they started off great in the first quarter. Those 2 receivers, and then the Alaska defense just pumped up.
This is Gold on a 3rd and long, incomplete. Looking for Powell, and New Orleans can't even get anything going in the late stages of the 4th quarter. They're going to have to punt the ball away, so Alaska will get a chance to take a breather, appreciate a 1-0 start, which they did not have last year, before gearing up for Denver next week. At Denver, the home opener for the Night Wings.
Going into Mile High. Whoa!
No way. That's got to be challenged. I can't even get excited because there's no way you're going to call that an interception.
That has to be out of bounds, man. You gotta be kidding me.
Look at this play by Kristen Paul in the late stages. Are we calling this a pick? Are we calling this a pick? Come on.
They called it an interception, Cam. Here live on Twitch TV. Oh, man.
No
How come New Orleans
way.
did not challenge that?
I think, hey, you want to talk about a spirit broken tonight? That's not wanting to challenge that. That's letting Kristen Paul have himself a day, because why not? That was ridiculous. He didn't have 1 foot anywhere near out of bounds, and I tell you what, SFL officials are off to a roaring start tonight.
Blue Maple 15 say that's got to be number 1 for top 10.
I don't think so. I don't think so. But shout out to Kristen Paul anyway. 2-minute warning. You're watching Season 13 opening night on the SFL Network on Twitch, coming to you beautiful HD from the eye.
Stephen Molenac said R62 last name Paul.
It might be after tonight, man. They have gotten some breaks for sure. Second down, handoff. Picks up 3, and New Orleans will start to burn some timeouts. See if they can't get a garbage time touchdown on the board.
And the ball carrier was Joshua Paul.
They're everywhere, man. Joshua Paul, 5'8", 210, coming in for Stanley Nordellis to give him a break. The backup quarterback, Cap Rooney, getting some time out there. And Kappa Jones saying the refs gave up. Look at that little fake toss, and then a fullback handoff to J.W. Doyle. Man, Cap Rooney is pulling out all the stops here in the late stages. I think that's the first time in 13 seasons I've ever seen that play called, Damond.
Same here. And to be honest with you, I've never added it to the playbook because I never thought that they would call it.
That was impressive. Boy, some people that's why you never stop watching SFL games, because you see something another team's doing, you think, hey man, that's not so bad. I'd like to give that a shot. Doyle again, he's getting a lot of work here late, and 3 yards more for Alaska, and they'll be able to run this clock out. What a night, Damond. I mean, it wasn't the most incredible, close, dramatic game. Logan Jack ripped off one incredible run, but it's good to get back in the swing of things. We got 5 games tomorrow, then 2 on Monday, 2 more on Tuesday with some great rivalries on tap. It's going to be a great weekend. What game are you looking most forward to? There's a lot of good ones on the schedule this week.
There's a lot of great ones on the schedule, but I have to say that the game I'm most forward looking to will have to be Houston first. Other than that,
boy,
we won't have much time, folks.
Was that?
Oh, I was talking to myself.
You can't talk to yourself when you're on the air. That doesn't work.
I'm looking forward to the Baltimore and Mexico City game. That's the one I really want to point out. Baltimore and Mexico City. These teams are great rivalries. They hate each other. The owners, one don't like the other when they like each other, but it's kind of weird relationship that they have going on there where they always at necks with each other. But I think that's going to be a big one there. That Aztecs versus Vultures game is going to be one to watch.
So Alaska is pouring some salt into the wound here. They take the knee, and then they bring DeHude out to attempt to kick a 52-yard field goal to give Alaska a 40-burger on opening night.
Wow. Yeah, you're right. This is salt.
And this is within his range, but it would still be impressive. 52 yards. Put it through.
Right down the middle.
And Alaska hangs 40 on opening night, but golly, between the cheap shot on Xander Gold in the third quarter, all they had to do was run Doyle one more time. They could have ended it. New Orleans is
being
going to
greedy.
remember that. Let me tell you.
That was being greedy.
They are going to remember that. Wow. Remember, this game was 7-7, DeMond.
I remember.
And
And
33.
and we thought, yeah, we thought New Orleans was going to come in here and make a run at it, especially after forcing that first turnover that they converted from Alaska. And after that, I think I don't know what happened with the QB. I think the QB just got, when he got hit once in the first quarter, and I think that hit, he didn't get sacked, he got hit, and I think that kind of shook him a little bit.
I think that when this game changed, DeMond, was when it was 14-7. New Orleans had a 4th and 1 on their own 38, or on the Alaska 38-yard line as that pass is knocked away. And Francis is still playing. What is going on out there? But they had the 4th and 1. If they would have converted, they could have kept the drive going. Instead, they punt. Alaska gets a field goal to end the half, a touchdown to start the third quarter, and the game was never the same.
You're absolutely right about that. Yeah, because we discussed that 4th and 1. We sure did. Yes, sir.
19 seconds left. Gold has got nothing going deep middle. And we haven't seen Gold attack the sidelines like we're used to. Usually getting up the field, and they just have not shown a lot of that tonight as Powell makes the catch. Klein's going to finish with 173 yards on 11 receptions and 2 touchdowns tonight. And New Orleans will lick their wounds going into week 2.
That's a great first day at the office for Optimus Klein.
Top 10 plays are reserved for star players only. That one-handed, while it was beautiful, it was way out of bounds and did not belong to a user, so we'll try to reserve those things for them. As Gold is sacked, I don't know that they're going to get into their playoff here. They're out of timeouts. Gold a little woozy. He's been smacked around tonight. Final play of the ball game. It's caught down the field. Powell will get some more yards, but that'll end it. And Alaska takes opening night 40-7. What a night for the 3-time champs. They raise their banners. They wear their gold pants, their gold helmets, and do it in style. 200 yards of offense, and New Orleans had 3 turnovers all in the second half.
They almost had 30 minutes of possession. And there's only 42 minutes in the game. Well, 44.
Yeah, that's that's doubling up for real. And hey, Doyle ended up with 65 yards and a touchdown tonight, so he ended up having himself a pretty nice night. Hughes hits 4 field goals. Alaska scores 4 touchdowns. And Aaron Arrington was a busy man returning kickoffs. This was a big play, too.
Yeah, that was. So New Orleans could have found some type of momentum. But yeah, you're right. That play there really shook them up.
Bennett with 9 tackles. McDaniel the second with 9 tackles as well. As the highlights wind, this was a great play by Lurkin. I think this one, I think that's even better than the one-hander, because we've seen some one-handers in our day, but that was an incredible adjustment to the ball right at the goal line too. Well, Damon, as we wrap up, we'll get a look at the player of the game here in a moment. Here's another look at it. Look at that! He's almost off the white chalk! Come on! Alaska's lucky that game, that it didn't matter at that point, because New Orleans would have been all over that with the challenge flag. As we wrap up, get a look at the player of the game, which no doubt will either be Klein or Cochran. Why don't you give your final thoughts to the people, Damon, as we head on out and get prepared for 5 games tomorrow.
There's your player of the game there, Optimus Klein. But my final thoughts for the people is everyone show up big tomorrow for our games that we have. Cheer on your team. Come out, cheer on your favorite team if your team is not playing at the moment. Just be active in the community. Let's get those views in. so forth and whatnot. Let's just have a great time within this community that we have. Let's make week 1 of season 13 one of the best weeks here in the SFL.
For Damon Simeon, I'm Cameron Irvine. This has been a presentation of the Simulation Football League on the SFL Network on Twitch, presented by APM Music. Thanks, everyone, for being here. Thanks to all of our broadcast crew, our stats crew, everybody else involved and associated with the SFL, its member teams, and all of you, the players and the fans out there in the chat tonight. For all of us at the SFL, good night, and we'll see you tomorrow on YouTube and on SFL Interactive in the evening. Good night.
Good night, everyone.